Welcome to another edition of SVG Sports Tech on Demand. I'm Jason Dackman, Chief Editor at SVG, and we're here with a very good friend of SVG, Mr. Nick Garvin, COO at Mobile TV Group. Nick, thanks for joining us. Really appreciate it.
Thanks, Jason. Thanks for having us.
Yeah. So look, it's been a tough year. It's been a tough 13 plus months for the sports production industry, but we are at a very exciting time because people are back to work. Trucks are back to work. There's a lot of events happening right now. What's on your calendar and just how busy are you guys these days?
We are extremely busy. Just in April alone, we'll be doing 800 live sporting events out of our mobile units. And so shout out to our team and Ryan Hatch and our event coordinators and engineers that are working extremely hard every day right now.
Very cool. Well, that's good to hear. The more productions that are going on, the better all of us feel, and the more people that are at work. So that's excellent news. And you guys, the one thing I know about Mobile TV Group at your facility in Denver is you guys never stop building. I assume that's probably the case right now. In terms of new mobile units or new facilities, what's on the docket?
Yeah, we have the guys here in Denver working overtime to complete mobile unit 49. Which will be completed and deployed next month. So we're excited about that. It's always changing and has another new area for cloud control to work with and in parallel with cloud control.
Cool. Well, let's talk about cloud control. Again, as the industry had to transition due to the pandemic and, things like enhanced world feeds and REMIs, and the market had to adjust, like I said, and that's where cloud control comes in. For those that aren't familiar with it, tell us a little bit about what Mobile TV Group's cloud control is, and then we can get a little update on how it's progressed since it first came out in its infancy over a year ago at this point.
Yeah. Like I said, it's been something we've been working on for multiple years, I think maybe 3+ years, but it's something that was, of course, accelerated with the pandemic. The goal or the value of providing over the pandemic is distancing, spacing, while also not having to travel. And we're building out of our facility here these cloud control kits. They're extremely lightweight systems that really have control surfaces and a few 55-inch monitors, and it allows you to see and control everything in the mobile unit. So the idea is no sacrifices, and it can be done ultra low latency with relatively low bandwidth. And so it's giving you that control into a mobile unit, and it's going to mostly be used to start for regional sports for the visiting feeds. So the visiting team doesn't have to travel to another area.
Cool. Yeah, and you can check out more coverage on cloud control on sportsvideo.org. We've run a few stories on it, and I believe that it is starting to go live now, right? And be adopted, like you said, primarily among the RSN community at first. But can you tell us a little bit about how the market has embraced this and how cloud control is going to look moving forward?
Yeah, we, again, at Denver, we're cranking on these cloud control kits. We have deployed 3 of them. One in Florida, one in Atlanta, and the third in Minneapolis. And we have done some shadow events right now. Believe it or not, we're so busy. We're trying to wait for the schedule to sort of slow down so we can really start taking our time and really going live and doing full-on productions this way. We will be doing, I believe, another one next month. And it's been great. We've been extremely cautious and aware of the user workflow, right? So talking with directors and producers, how does this feel? What is it missing? Getting really picky is kind of where we are now. So it's not like, hey, of course we can do a production. It's how do we really optimize? And so we're lucky enough to be sort of chipping away at that. And I think our team here is doing a really good job at it. Yeah.
That's great. It's definitely a solution, and we're seeing solutions like this. It's innovation, right? That the market just saw that things couldn't stay stagnant, and that these types of things are going to come out. But like you also said, probably work in conjunction with mobile units that are still going to be a big part of this ecosystem. Yeah.
So the beauty of the cloud control room is it's really sort of this key that's unlocking all the capabilities of all the exciting things that everyone's working on right now in the industry. And so we see that sort of the first step or the first piece of the puzzle, but a really important one, because then it says, okay, now that you have control, you have these lightweight surfaces, you don't have to build a multi-million-dollar production room. Now we can really start experimenting and really open the box of all the fun things that we can do around production. And yeah, a lot of the systems will still live at the mobile unit on site, but we can start playing with that. Does it make more sense? Can we get higher utilization if this thing is somewhere else? And how does that work with connectivity? So our team here at MTVG is extremely challenging time, but such a fun time to be like, hey, well, what if we did this? And that's happening kind of every day now here. Is, someone comes into my office, or I go into our director of engineering, Peter Winter, or Dale Canina's office, and say, what if we did it this way? And for a while, that wasn't the case. It was, yeah, that would be cool, but everything's good. Everyone's super happy, and now we're able to do that. And the cool thing is that everyone's working together and more acceptable. Those things are more acceptable these days. Hey, let's try this.
Right.
We're open to it.
Yeah, no, it's one of the silver linings, no question, of the pandemic, is that this open, opinion when it comes to innovation has really been exciting, and we've seen a lot of exciting things like cloud control, and I'm sure we'll continue to over the next few months. But Nick, man, I hope we get to actually hang in person and see each other in an SVG event. But until then, thanks for taking the time virtually. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Jason, and the SVG group. Appreciate it.